Hello. So today I'm going to show you how to make these fun little bow ties. They're really easy, it's a really simple pattern. I came up with the pattern just by looking at one of my already pre-made bow ties I bought from the store. And yeah, it's really easy, really fun. This is a cool way to customize your outfit. These are good for photo shoots, for weddings, just fun little bow tie. These use the bow tie clip. You can get the bow tie clip sets from like Joann's. They're like $3. This takes a fat quarter, actually only half a fat quarter. So if you got just a regular fat quarter, you can make two bow ties, two matching ones. Or you can make like 3 or 4 bow ties if you just want to do it on like a hair clip, or you get like a pin back to do like a little pin for on the dress or clip for your hair. But all right, so let's get started. Let's pick out our fabric. All right, we've got some fat quarters here. We've got some fabric scraps that are about the size of a fat quarter. These would all make really amazing bow ties, really fun. There's some good neutrals in there. I like this one. I think I'm going to end up making a bow tie out of all of these eventually. But today, let's do this one. Let's take it over to get ironed. All right, now you've got our material all ironed out flat. We're going to cut out enough for 2 bow ties. So let's see, there's one long side and then there's kind of a shorter side. Fat quarters aren't exactly square. So we're going to take this long side. It's 22 inches long. That'll be our strap. We want to make our strap 2.5 inches wide. Put our weight down, get our cutter. Oops. I think my cutter's getting dull. There we go. All right, and let's cut out the second strap because we're going to make 2 bow ties. All right, and now we're going to take and go 6 inches right here. Take this side. This will be the bow part. This is 6 inches by 11 inches. I'm going to cut another one. All right, and now this is just scrap, this top piece. I'll take these the bow pieces that we cut out, the 6 by 11. We're going to line them up. We're going to cut 2 inches off of them. right, and now we've got our 3 different pieces, 3 different pattern pieces that we need for making a bow tie. We were able to get enough for 2 bow ties out of 1 fat quarter. This will be the middle piece that wraps around the bow tie part. This will be the bow tie part, and this is the strap. Let's go over to the sewing machine. All right, now we're at the sewing machine. We've got our bow tie clip parts, got our 3 pieces. Turn the machine on. I've already got the thread in there that I want. Got a nice blue thread. Now you could serge all these edges, but I don't feel like going to the serger over there and setting it up. So we're just going to zigzag all these edges to secure them. All right, now that we've zigzagged all the edges, we're going to take our big piece and let's fold it right sides together, long ways. We're going to sew along this long way and make like a tube. Just straight stitch. Let's go back over to our iron to press it. We're going to press it with the seam in the middle, not at the top, but the seam right in the middle. Okay. I'm going to fold it in half to find the middle. And then we'll take, I don't know if you can see it very well, take the ends and bring them to the middle, overlapping just a little bit. Just enough for your seam allowance. Now let's take this back to the sewing machine and we're going to sew right down that middle there where we folded them. All right. And there we have our bow tie part. Now we just got to go back over to the iron and press it one more time. Okay, so let's get this nice and hot. Apply some steam. And what we want to do is fold it. Make sure the seam that you sewed down the middle, see that seam right there? That's going to be on the outside of the fold. So we're going to fold it in half. And then fold each little wing over. We're going to create an M shape. See how it makes like an M? And the seam will be in the back. And there's the front. And it'll look like this. Now you can clip it, you can pin it. I'm just going to press it really good. All right, and there we go. We've got our bow tie ready to be sewn. All right, so next is we're going to do the middle part that holds the bow together. So take your smallest little rectangle, and we're just going to fold it wrong sides together so it's the right side out, or we're going to sew it down the lengthwise. And then let's go over to the machine and press it real quick, or the iron and press it. All right, and we're going to press this with the seam in the middle and flat. All right, let's go back to our sewing machine. All right, now we've got a middle piece here. This is a little too long, so we can always cut it. Or what I usually do is I just fold it in half, and that's usually long enough. We're going to fold it in half and measure, make sure that it'll fit your bow tie part. And it'll go right here. So now what we want to do is we're going to hand stitch this into a loop. So just hand stitch it just like that. All right, now we've got this sewn. We've got this piece. Let's make the strap. We need to go over to our iron. We're going to take the strap piece. We're going to fold it in half lengthwise. And we'll open it back up. You want to just fold down the edge just enough for your seam allowance. Do that to both long edges. You're just going to tuck the zigzag edges inside the seam. Fold it in half again along that first fold that we did. That way we get nice clean edges. There we go. So you can see we've got our strap, got the one where it's got the two folded edges, and we've got our single folded edge. We're going to sew along the double folded edge. Now it's time to put on the hardware. Open that up. It comes with 3 pieces. It comes with a little clip piece, a little loop piece, and then a double loop piece. Take the double loop piece first. Grab one end of your strap. You're going to feed the double loop piece through one end. Loop it around, put it through the other side so that it's on there like this. You don't want it too far on there, just it's a little too far right there. There we go, just enough to make a loop. We're going to stitch right here. And now we take a loop piece, feed that through. Make sure this little loop is on the outside, away from where we have our seam. And that goes here. We're going to take this edge and feed it through the double loop again. So we're creating a loop with the hook on, or with the little loopy bit on it. I know I keep saying loop a lot. I mean, that's what they are. They're little loops and circles and things. There we go. And that way now it's adjustable. You can make the strap bigger. You've got your hook here. You can make it smaller. On this end, we take the hook bit. We're going to attach it to the very end here. Make sure the hook is facing up towards your seam edge. All right, now it's time to assemble the bow. We're going to take our loop, feed it through the hook edge, and then we're going to use this to cover up that seam. You got that seam here. We're going to use this to cover it up, and then just quick hand stitch it down. We're going to do a couple quick. Now we take our bow tie with the W. Make sure we've got 2 folded edges as the front. The 3 edges are in the back. And feed it through that loop. Et voila. You can put a couple stitches down the middle here to hold the bow tie in place, but I like it to be removable so that way this can be pressed and get nice crisp edges again. Et voila. We have a quick and easy bow tie. All right, and look how cute we have our bow ties now. Hope you guys are able to follow along well enough. Make your own customized bow tie. They're really simple, like not hard at all, just basic sewing. I think the hardest part was trying to figure out how the hardware went on, the buckles and straps. Oh, and picking fabric. I think picking out which fabric to use is the hardest part because there's so many lovely fabrics. All right, well, I hope you guys had fun. Enjoy making your own bow ties. Happy bow making. Bye.